Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and we are so excited to be coming to you today with another fresh new guest interview. This one is really fun, and it is Ken with The Stripe Life. If you've been on Instagram, unless you live under a rock, you have seen The Stripe Life's page on Instagram. He is pushing 30,000 followers and posts a lot of great content on there each and every day. He has created a really cool thing off. So it started off Facebook, and we won't give the whole story away. But just a little preface is he started a Facebook group years ago while he was working a part-time job or a full-time job doing lawn care part-time, and just that thing has grown to over 40,000 members now. And he took his Facebook group, turned it into Instagram, and now he has a little store and sells keychains and all kinds of fun stuff, and has grown a cool community within his Facebook group, and is now working with some brands and just helping showcase other people's work and all the things that go into the page there with The Stripe Life. It's a really cool thing. This is a fun interview. There's not a whole lot of business talk, but just a good, fun 45 minutes of entertainment, and there is some good value in here talking about the things of why he does what he does and how the group has gotten started, and then the benefits to The Stripe Life and everything that goes into it. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring him in, Ken with The Stripe Life. Hope y'all enjoy this episode.
Well, I mean, I don't talk a lot about like my full-time job I had, but I was a pawnbroker in Baltimore City in a rough spot there for about 11 years.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the pawn shop one day. I would do lawn care on the side part-time always, and playing baseball growing up. I always loved, grass and stripes and lawnmowers and stuff. And I had a house at that time. I had 5 acres. I had an Exmark Laser Z E-Series was my second mower I got. I bought a Ferris. I think it was like an IS 600 or something was the first one I bought. And then I just went from a 52 to a 60, but I'm sitting there and, I'm trying to figure out, better ways, how to be more efficient and find out about products. So I started joining these Facebook lawn care groups. And,
yeah, there's a ton of them.
I mean, you couldn't be in a group for like 10 minutes without either A, wanting to leave, or B, wanting to cuss somebody out.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with my coworker in the pawn shop, and I'm like, man, like, we really need to like create a group that like actually people want to be in, that's fun, that's professional. And so I sat there at work and created the Stripe Life Lawn Care Facebook group. And my buddy, my coworker, was my first ever member because I didn't count because I was an admin. And, flash forward, that was 2018. So now we have we're pushing 44,000 members in like 90 countries. And the group is just awesome. We get so many positive praises from people all around the world about how it's like the only group on Facebook that's actually like moderated, and, you can go there and not hate it. So that means a lot because I got a lot of buddies from college baseball that I went to high school with, or my moderators.
Yeah.
We have like a little chat, like an IM chat, team chat, that we talk all day long, every day. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of work to keep that thing clean, but it's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I didn't even know, I found you off Instagram. I didn't even know much about the Facebook group. How was that? I mean, so you told me how it originated. Did you do anything in lawn care before that? Or do you just, hold on. My bad. Hold on 1 second. I turned your audio down. This is Kid Podcast right here. All right, there you go. Now you're good.
No, so I would always cut about 5 or 6 people on the side. I would say the last 5 years I've been licensed and insured and like kind of more serious, like actual legit, on the books, LLC, carry my license and kind of go around and out and about the last 5 years pretty strong as like a serious side hustle. But then like, everybody's like, oh, you got to get on YouTube, you got to get on Instagram. So I started Instagram. We've only been doing Instagram for like 2 years. I think like July will be 2 years.
Wow. So
the Instagram kind of took off because, I had on there like, creator of the Stripe Life, but hey, send us in your best work. So we ended up turning into like a showcase platform, which has worked out really well. People feel proud to send us their work. And it's really cool for us to be able to post and tag your company or your personal page and highlight, the talent and hard work and skill that's in this field that kind of goes unknown and unseen. So the Instagram is a lot of fun. I mean, we're tagging people, we're showing off their work, and the guys, like when you tag them and post their picture, it's like they, caught a ball at a baseball game. They feel like $1 million. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool that you can give back that way. I mean, that is a really cool experience and kind of a gift that you can give to them to kind of showcase their work and stuff. So, how did that whole you said send us your best work and stuff. Did you really think it was going to grow into what it is today when you started it?
So when I started it, I didn't think it was really going to be hardly anything, obviously. I had a cool logo. I had a cool name. You know what I mean? So I was like, that was my name of my little part-time business. And I actually, at the time, when I created it, we had 5 acres and I had a wiffle ball stadium in my backyard. I built it. And the thing was badass, man. 6 foot tall, dog ear fence.
That's sick.
We had signs all over it. I had these Texaco signs that were like 8 foot tall. And this thing was badass. It was shared on Baseballism, had like, a couple 100,000 people saw it. And, we were always striping up the field and doing stuff pretty serious then. But I just, really the whole goal was just to create a platform that was a little bit more professional and fun. And then it started taking off. I mean, I was sharing with my guys the other day, a post came up in my memories when we had 300 members in the group.
Yeah.
And that was like, wow. I was like giving away stickers. I think at 300 members, I was like, man, I got some stickers made and I'm going to start selling some stickers. And now that's been our thing. Like the big thing is I love doing giveaways. They really help us grow. They help the engagement and it helps us pair up with a lot of really cool businesses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we are giving away stickers at 300 members. Flash forward now, we're selling hats and stickers and keychains literally all around the world.
Yeah, that's kind of I'm glad you went there. That was one of the areas I wanted to go to next. Was you have? I mean, I've been seeing a lot of merch on your Instagram page. Y'all sharing a lot of hats and shirts and stuff. So how was that kind of developed, and how do you manage that? Do you have a team that helps you do all this, or do you do all this by yourself?
So my coworker that I told you was like my first member of the group. His brother does like merchandise and stuff like that for a living. So he helped me make my logo. He helped me make the stickers and stuff that we first started selling. He launched the first Stripe Life store, I think when we had 15,000 members in the group and no Instagram, right? No TikTok, no Instagram before TikTok. And we sold, a couple $1,000s like the first month. And then the issue was like, he was a part-time fireman or volunteer fireman, sorry. And he just couldn't like keep up with the orders. Like we would tell people it was custom made 7 to 10 days and he was taking like a month. And then I'm getting like, like death threats, like where's my shit?
Yeah.
And so we ended up folding that store after like 6 months. I kept my Facebook store page going. And then a buddy next to my pawn shop, literally a couple doors down, he runs a store that makes like, merchandise and embroidery. So then he took it over for like a year and a half. But my buddy from my buddy from college baseball was like, look, I think I can take this over and do it a little bit better. So he started it on Shopify and it's much easier. The shipping prices are much better for everyone. And my other guy next to the pawn shop wouldn't ship international. My buddy from college is shipping international. So we've shipped stuff to Australia, Canada, United Kingdom. I mean, you name it. It's really cool seeing your stuff all over the place. Yeah,
that's insane that you reached that level of going all over the country. So you said you did you said you did a couple thousand the first month.
When we had 15,000 members in the group, and that's it. We didn't have an Instagram. We didn't have TikTok, wasn't out. We did like $3,000 in literally 2 weeks of hats and you're talking low dollar stuff.
Yeah.
$25 hats.
It's a lot of
$5
transactions.
stickers. So yeah, we sold a bunch of stuff, and then he just kind of couldn't keep up. Right now, we probably do. I'd say like $3,000 a month on average. You know what I mean? It's
pretty
more
good
of
side hustle.
it's more of like a marketing. It helps us grow our name than it actually puts money, because it feels like whatever my cut of the $3,000. Now you got to think half of that's cost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then whatever little slice I get, I'm just putting it back in there. We actually just launched Stripe Life safety glasses right at the start of spring, and those did really well. I mean, that's like the best selling thing we've ever had. We've shipped those things everywhere.
Yeah.
And those are pretty cool. I mean, just more of like a stylish, comfortable safety glass with our name on it. But the store is definitely a lot of fun. But like I said, it's more marketing. That's not making me any money per se. Like, I'm not getting rich, or I might take.
You're just sharing your brand.
Yeah, I mean, I might take the family out to Subway a couple times, sponsored.
I don't know. Subway's getting pretty expensive. I don't even know if you can afford that anymore.
I mean, my wife just went to Little Caesars, I think, for the first time in like 10 years. And I was like, just go to Little Caesars tonight. We got a lot going on. It's like $10 for 2 pizzas. They're like $8 now.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I thought it was $5.55.
Yep, that is a thing of the past. Inflation hits everybody.
Everything, man, is going up. It's crazy.
It is, man. That's really cool. So with the Facebook group, do you still see a lot of people come in from the Facebook group, or do you see people come into Instagram and then kind of migrate into the Facebook group? Because like I said, I haven't been in the Stripe Life Facebook group, but you make it sound like you moderate it pretty well, so you kind of try to keep all the trash down. That's the thing with a lot of these Facebook groups is they get in there and people start blasting each other, and it just turns into a hate fest. But sounds like y'all have a really good thing going on there.
So we have post approvals on. It doesn't get posted to the page unless somebody on the team approves it. We have probably 150 keyword alerts. So if you say a cuss word or a racist word or something, it pops up and says, hey, do you want to keep this guy here and this comment here? So we are, on top of everything in there to keep it as fun and engaging and positive and professional as humanly possible. I mean, we have the best moderated group, I think, in the game. And we hear that a lot everywhere. What's nice about like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook is that each one of them, we try to push people to the other one. So like on Instagram, it says find our group, on our store page. On TikTok, it says find our group. So every one of them's trying to just push it to like a total platform kind of thing.
What does TikTok look like for you? I haven't even seen y'all's TikTok yet.
TikTok is, I don't understand how people get followers on TikTok. I've been making more videos now, and I think I'm like 17,000 or something. I mean, it feels pathetic, but I had to grind for those 17,000 followers. Yeah. I mean, the TikTok is hard, man, and people don't realize like just making little 10-second videos is so time consuming.
It takes a lot of work, yeah.
And it's tough. I just had one the other night, so I got a couple of these Echo new commercial battery trimmers.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously battery is the name of the game. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people are curious about it, but it's a hot topic for engagement. People are going to tell you how much they hate it, and they're going to tell you how much they're intrigued about it. So I literally went out after work. I had a black polo and black pants on, and that got a ton of shit. Everybody's like, how is this guy in lawn care? He's going to die.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
Like, I just got back from work, buddy. But I made like a 10-second clip cutting with this thing, got like 650,000 views. It was just wild.
Oh, wow. So that was like your most viral one?
That was the best TikTok, like 650,000 plus. We've had a bunch of like 50s and hundreds and a couple 100,000, a couple 300,000s. But I mean, it's like you can get one for 650,000 views and you only pick up like 500 people. So it's like, how do people have millions or hundreds of thousands?
Yeah. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Their algorithms are scary. Have you kind of figured that? So you're on you're on three of the most major platforms out there, and you've grown pretty significant followings on all. I mean, 17,000 followers still isn't nothing. I mean, that's not nothing. That's still a lot of people.
I used to think it was nothing on TikTok till I realized how much work went into those videos the last year.
Have you kind of figured out? And I mean, have you could you give any advice to somebody out there who's trying to grow an Instagram or a TikTok or a Facebook or whatever? I mean, Instagram and TikTok is pretty much what people try to grow now for like social media type
really,
things.
the big thing with Instagram and TikTok is your hashtagging. So
really, so that is as big as they say it is.
That is crucial. When I first did Instagram, I was like, dude, I'm growing slow. Like, obviously, we picked up a ton of people out of the gate because of the brand recognition from the Facebook group. So, like, we were picking up tons of followers very easy. But then it was like, look, I'm only getting 100 people a month. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And my buddy Mower Man, Dave, was like, dude, you got a hashtag. What are you hashtagging? And I was like, what the hell is a hashtag?
Yeah.
And he's like, you got to hashtag all this stuff. So, you basically you message yourself a private message and you hashtag everything you want to hit: lawn care, mowers, zero turn, whatever you can physically think of that's going to be connected to you. And then you can easily just sit there and copy and paste it after every post or reel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because for the longest time, man, I was sitting there and I would hashtag everything out and it would take me 15 minutes. I was like,
for one post. Yeah.
I'm not doing this shit. This takes 30 minutes to do a post. And then my buddy's like, dude, message yourself, copy and paste it. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I was like, well, is that actually going to lock them in? He's like, yeah. So when I did that, it was like, now the big thing with Instagram is having a steady presence. So and it's easier for us because we get so many people. I mean, I literally have like 100 messages I haven't even opened on Instagram where people are sending us pictures. So it's easier for us because I have a ton of content, that I can just take a picture from somebody, share it, tag them. So I've got stuff sitting there.
Yeah, that is cool. That is a really cool model.
Yeah, but the big thing is you want to post. If you're not posting 10 things a day, and hashtagging every one of them, you're not going to grow. You got to get out there.
You've created a beast that you got to keep feeding.
Yeah. I mean, dude, now we're doing I think today. So I quit my job on Saturday. Okay.
Whoa.
So this has been
this has been a whirlwind of a week then.
It's been a crazy week for me, to say the least. But a lot of people think I either do lawn care full time or I don't even know. But I've done lawn care part time for like the past 8 years, real heavy the last 5 years, to the point that I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And I've been at this pawn shop in the city forever, carrying a gun, going into the roughest spot in the country, and won't get into it, but I quit on Saturday after about 11 years at this same spot.
Dang.
So it's been, and I wasn't really set up to go full time. Like I'm definitely not making enough one day a week, to cover stuff. But now I'm doing a lot more stuff. Even the past month before I quit, I started doing hedge trimming, pole saw work, and slowly finding out
services.
Yeah. Finding out that there's a lot more money in those jobs than just the lawn care. So, I've got 2 quotes I'm giving tomorrow. And luckily, I'm really good at networking. So I know a lot of guys locally, a lot of companies, they're throwing me business when they can. I got 2 things to look at tomorrow from 2 different companies that are helping me out. So it's definitely, at the moment, I'm full-time Stripe Life, which is exciting, but also, scared to death. So who knows?
Hey, you took the jump, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the topic, real quick, on the topic of the pawn shop, what is the craziest thing that you saw brought in there?
Man, I
have to know.
It's nothing like Pawn Stars, I'll tell you that. I would say the most awkward thing was a guy came in with this little vase and he said it was from like the Ming Dynasty. And, there's no calling experts, you try to Google stuff, but he had it wrapped up in like 4 maxi pads, like extreme maxi pads to protect it. And we ended up giving him a couple $100 on it and not even knowing what the hell this thing is, but he came back and got it and it worked out. But a lot of it's just like, we take in a ton of jewelry.
Yeah.
That location would sell $1 million+ a year in jewelry.
Really?
So, I would sell $300,000 a year in gold chains and all sorts of stuff, So it's definitely an interesting job.
You learn a lot about items and
everything. A lot about everything.
You get a lot of guns?
So we didn't do guns. That's the
Okay.
one. We carried guns, but we didn't take in
Y'all
guns.
didn't
We
take
have
them in.
FFL. Yeah, we were more of like a big jewelry store that, did a lot of loans as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's
And in like the heart of Baltimore City.
yeah. So you can like take your life in your own hands going in there.
Yeah, boy, you got to get buzzed in and buzzed out. It was all easy before COVID. When COVID hit, like, you couldn't wear a mask. And then COVID hits, and these guys are wearing like, like Spider-Man masks into the store. And it's like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like,
yeah. Like
I'm letting this guy, like, I don't have a shot in hell. If this guy pulls the gun on me, I'm dead.
Yeah, we're done.
And I can't shoot him first, So it was definitely nerve-wracking with COVID scenarios and stuff.
You keep mentioning college baseball. Did you play some baseball in college?
I played junior college baseball for 2 years.
Okay.
And, it was like my dream always to throw 90 plus miles per hour. I was throwing in the 90s. And I made like college pitcher of the year. My first year was all set to go pro. And then I tore my shoulder.
Oh, no. That happens.
So,
I've had that so many times.
That kind of sucked,
Yeah.
I mean, like literally at the time, man, I could have named every player on every team. We played baseball, video games. I lived, eat, and slept baseball. And that was like, tough to take.
So you keeping up with Omaha right now?
No, not so. Like, when that happened, I kind of like,
make you lose your love or something?
Well, I mean, it was like, I don't want to say like I was depressed and wasn't working, but I definitely like got depressed from it and like just didn't watch baseball or do anything for probably 5 years.
Yeah.
And then like I had my son and, started taking him to baseball. And then I used to play wiffle ball all the time with my buddy growing up. He lived right behind me. So I was like, when I buy a house, I'm building a freaking wiffle ball stadium.
Yeah.
So my son was like 4 and, I built the sickest wiffle ball stadium I've ever seen. And it was badass, man. We lived there.
Community play?
So we would play. My nephew at the time was like 13. So his team would come over. I'm not going to lie, dude. My right arm, I tore playing baseball. My left shoulder hurts even worse. And I tore that throwing left-handed to my nephew.
Oh, my.
That thing hurts me every day. But, hey, I didn't lose, I'm not going out.
That's right.
He would bring his buddies over, and we would, it'd be like 4-on-1. And I would literally risk my body to win against these kids.
And now you get to go cut grass every day and die.
So all those injuries hurt you, later on for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you said, so I see on your page you work with Gravely and Hustler, right? You're an ambassador for both of those?
Yep. So what happened is once my group hit 10,000 plus members, I was sitting at the shop and I was like, man, I really could use like a different mower, like it would be so much easier if I had this particular smaller zero turn. And I'm looking around and Gravely had this thing called a Compact Pro. And it came out, don't quote me, 34 and 44, I believe.
Yeah.
And so I contacted Gravely on Facebook and I said, hey, I got this really cool group going on. And, I'd love to talk to you about helping you guys market to them. And maybe you could help me out. And, damn if Gravely didn't eat it up and love it. And I've been working with them for over 2 years now.
How do you like their products?
So the only thing I've ever had from Gravely is a Compact Pro 44. And if you go on like my store page, like that's got a stripe picture on there. The thing stripes like an absolute dream.
Really?
And that mower was great. The only issue I started having is I started picking up more and more accounts. And a lot of my accounts here in Maryland would have some area of the yard that was like a pretty decent hill.
Yeah.
And being as that was only a 19 horsepower and a 44 inch, it wasn't a real heavy mower.
Mm-hmm.
So it really couldn't handle these hills. So my dad ended up stealing that from me. And I ended up getting the Hustler Trim Star. So I flash forward. So we signed with Gravely at 10,000. We start doing a bunch of hat giveaways and just simple little posts every once in a while from Gravely, but we do a ton of hats and tumblers and stuff like that. And at like, I want to say 18,000 members in the group. And this is still pre-TikTok, no Instagram. I contacted Hustler and I was like, look, I had a Skag SWZT 36 I bought myself and to handle these hills. And I'm not going to lie, man, like I absolutely hated that mower.
Really?
Like I would have just sucked up the $7,000 or whatever it was and burned that son of a bitch. The controls were just so uncomfortable and so rough.
Was it pistol grips?
It was pistol grips,
Yeah.
you're just squeezing metal all day long.
Pistol grips
my
suck.
traps, I look like Brock Lesnar at the end of a 3-hour. So I sold that thing with 10 hours on it. And my buddy runs a Hustler dealer locally, and he said, dude, you got to come try out this Trimstar walk behind. It's a whole different thing. I said, I don't want anything to do with these fucking pistol grip handles, man.
Yeah.
He goes, no, come look. So I went over and looked at it. Thing was absolutely amazing, the Trimstar. So we had 18,000 members in the group. I contacted Hustler. Hustler was pretty tough to get into and get to the right person, but then I kind of fought back and forth with this guy a little bit, and then end up working a deal that would help us both. And I got this Trimstar, and dude, that thing is it's still one of the best all around mowers, I would say, that's in the game.
Really?
And it doesn't get a lot of love. I mean, if you think about it, if a lot of people are doing small neighborhoods, half acre, third of an acre, and a lot of the stuff is flat. If you could only buy one mower, right? A walk behind is the only one that's going to handle every possible terrain and every account that you have.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not as fast. It's 4 or 5 miles per hour. You can get a Pro Slide sulky or wheels, whatever you want to get. But it's the only one that guarantees you can do every job that comes your way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was running with for a while. And I got to the point where I just started, the Instagram started getting a lot bigger. And then we ended up re-signing with Hustler another year. And I got this 52-inch X1, which it's on my truck and trailer right now. But that thing is a beast. And I'm just surprised at how well that thing cuts, how well it handles hills and does everything. And it's literally at the bottom of their professional line.
Yeah.
So, I've driven the Hyperdrive. A couple of people I know have the Hyperdrive. A ton of people on my platform have it. So if this 52-inch does amazing, I can't imagine what the Hyperdrive would do.
Yeah, everything that I've always heard about Hustler is the durability. The durability is insane. It's made very well.
This is a 52-inch. It's the Kawasaki 27 horsepower. But I mean, the Hustler, it's just the center of gravity is perfect. It's low to the ground, and I mean, it's got a suspension seat. The thing, 10 plus miles per hour, but it's got their new VX deck, which I would put that on the same line as the Skag Velocity.
The Velocity,
deck. See,
yeah.
What you see a lot of is people think all right, I got some money, I got to go buy a Skag. If I want stripes, I got to go buy a Skag. And I'm not downing Skag at all, right? My SWZT that I wanted to catch on fire, it striped great. It cut great. It just, the controls were not great.
Yeah.
So I've never ran, I had a Skag Liberty 36-inch sit down for a minute, and I didn't like that either. But I'm sure if I had a Tiger Cat or whatever, a Cheetah. You get to the point nowadays where a lot of these brands are all running the same motor. So there's very few things that can make you stand out. Your dealer support, how's the warranty, how's the deck. So I would put the Skag deck and the Hustler deck on the exact same level. There's no beating the Hustler deck. So if you had a Skag or if you have that, then I see stuff all day long from every different brand. People send me pictures, but there's a lot of other things out there besides Skag, and Hustler and Gravely. I like working with them. They're big American companies, but they've been around the longest.
Yeah. Hustler's been out a long time.
Skag is fresh, and they definitely have an empire of fans, that are diehard Skag fanboys.
Yeah. It's a big following.
It's just, crazy, but we see it all the time. Somebody be like, hey, I got 10 grand. What should I buy? Oh, you got to get a Skag. It's you don't have to get a Skag if,
Yeah. What's sad is 10 grand doesn't come close to buying anything anymore when it comes to mowers. Not top of the line ones. Freaking the new Vertexes from Exmark and the Laser Zs, all those are up near what? 13, 14, 15 grand for some of those. I mean,
I was going to get, I'm renewing with Gravely. So last year did you go to GIE last year?
Yeah.
So last year I was able to team up with Hustler. I was with them for about 2 years. And I said, look, man, I really want to go to GIE. I've never been before. A lot of people want me to get there. I said, they want $3,000 for a folding table. and God only knows where you're at. You could be next to the bathroom in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, they'll throw in a chair for $3,500. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. So I ended up teaming up with Hustler, and they let me set up literally like a booth inside of their major booth.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So I mean, that was wild. I mean, we must have handed out 3,000 or 4,000 keychains. Hustler went in on keychains with us, so we had our Stripe Life keychain with the Hustler logo on the back, and it was like literally the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's sick.
So we're trying to do a similar kind of setup again this year, which was a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. If you end up going, let me know. We need to link up and
yeah, we're definitely going to try to go. We're definitely going to try to go again this year. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to go with Hustler. I've had a couple other companies like try to get me at their booth. But it would most likely, I'm either going to be at Hustler booth again or possibly Gravely. I'm just not sure. Or maybe both. Who knows?
Yeah, that's really cool. The community that you created sounds like a really good thing. I'm going to check out the Facebook group because I definitely want to see. The thing that I think that could be so beneficial with is as much good as these podcasts do and stuff, some of those groups, if they're moderated the right way and there's threads in there of people discussing real life problems like that they go through, a young guy in business starting out could really benefit from a group like yours, I feel.
Well, that's why, like, when I like to talk to people, like when I'm talking to companies and trying to get them to do giveaways, like we gave away 2620T $400 trimmer this year. We gave away 2 blowers that are $400. We gave away a hitch that was $400. I mean, we give away thousands of dollars worth of stuff that no other platform is doing. You know, there's really big law influencers that are in this game. And these guys are making serious money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really hardly take in any money. I might take in some equipment, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not driving Teslas and making any kind of crazy money. But these big guys, I think some of them, I'm not going to say any names, but I think they forget that the only reason that, they're there or I'm here or anything is because of our fan base, because of our followers.
Yeah.
So like when I get a company that's like, hey, Ken, I really want you to rock our hitch. Your truck is really cool. I'm like, well, hey, I'll put that hitch on my truck and I'll show it off, but I need you to do a giveaway to my platform.
Yeah.
And literally everything I do, I'm not going to take anything unless they're going to do something and give something back to the people that are the reason that I'm here where I'm at. You know what I mean?
For sure. That's a great philosophy. And I know actually there's, a bunch of the YouTubers and other Instagrammers and stuff that are out there in the lawn care, they have that same policy. And that's a great policy that I think when you do that, it's putting, like you said, you're not where you are. We're not having this podcast if people don't listen in and we don't have a community built around you. So that's really cool. I'm glad to see that you have that heart and you're not just in it to be famous or make money or whatever, that you're really trying to give back.
I think people are misunderstood, like they think, oh my God, this guy's selling hats and he's got a couple mowers, and it's like, they think I'm like rich. It's like, dude, I for the last 5 years, I've just been grinding, been working 7 days a week like everybody else. You know? We get some cool equipment, we get big discounts on stuff, but it's like I cut 15 solo today in Maryland, and I thought I was going to die like 4 times. I'm 6'1", 265 pounds, like after a 3-day fast. So I'm not really built for this stuff, but I like doing it. And the reason I've been doing it forever part-time is just because I like it. I enjoy it. I'm passionate about the lawn care industry, and I like going out there and killing myself and cutting 15 solo because it makes me authentic to what I'm doing. There's nobody running my weed whacker. My trimmer guy sucks, but I can't fire him. But it's just, it's a fun thing. Now I'm full time. I do have a couple things in the works. I've been talking to one of the biggest commercial landscapers probably in the country, I would say, about becoming an area manager for them. I've been talking to them for a few weeks, actually.
Yeah.
So that might, be an option. And then I'll still run all my Stripe Life and my route on my day off, like I've been doing forever. But that's one thing I got cooking, company truck and gas card. And
it's hard to beat that, especially in this time. The thing with that is it might not be a bad idea for at least maybe the next 2 to 3 years. And we're in this inflation hike. Gas is at an all-time high. Starting a lawn care business would be tough right now. Like if you're not established, it would be very tough.
It's not easy. You know what I mean? If this was March and I could, hit some neighborhoods with some flyers and put my name out there. I turned down a lot of business early in the year because I could only cut so much in one day. And I have 2 kids. So like I have to spend some time with my family. So it's like, I turned down probably 10 jobs. Now it's like, man, I wish I had them.
I need those.
And I reach back out to them. And, everybody says the same thing. Ken, I'll give you the job, but I can't. And I don't want to take it away from somebody else anyway. So they're like, look, I want to keep this guy for the rest of the year. And then next year you can have it.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of stuff I could easily line up for next year. It's just, you got to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Well, that's cool that you, I hope it didn't end badly, but it's cool that you're kind of making the full-time dive, and maybe you can take Stripe Life to the next level, and who knows, maybe your lawn care business you can take it.
Well, I will tell you that. I'll tell you a couple secrets here, that some stuff we've got cooking. So I've got 2 products that I've invented that I've been working on for years. And as everybody would know, it takes money to make money. You have 100%. To have money. You can have a great idea and you can have the platform to sell it to, and you can sell them like hotcakes. But the problem is you've got to get it made.
Why do you think Shark Tank exists?
Yeah. So, we've got 2 products that I'm hoping to hit the actual market within the next year. And I think those products would be awesome. They're just something that every day you're going to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And they're going to be products that everybody's definitely going to buy. It's simple, just, easy stuff. So that I'm working on, and I can't wait till those become a reality.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll drop it here. So I haven't told anybody other than my team.
Uh-oh.
But
big news. Drum roll.
I renewed my contract with Gravely, and I was going to go after their ProTurn 600, which I would say is their best gas mower on the possible market, right? So that's the top of the line. If you said, give me the best Gravely you could get, and that's what the goal was, to get from them and a new contract. And at the last second, I pivoted, and we're going to be running the ProTurn EV on my trailer within the next probably month.
Oh, wow. So you're going to be going electric?
So, and look, I just want to put this out there for all your people. I'm not a hippie Democrat. I don't like to get into politics or anything, but I'm not that guy. I think that the electric is very cool. It's intriguing. I think it's cool. In no way, shape, or form do I think that electric is better for the environment. I'm not an idiot. So I think the electric is cool. Yeah. I don't think I'm not some pro hippie. It's so much better for us, because I actually don't think it's better for the environment at all. Yeah,
because people forget what it takes to create that.
Yeah, I think it's badass. And so we're going to be running that. I think we're probably going to be the first, I would say, serious influencer that's physically using one to give like a real deal review on it. Yeah. So I'm going to have that bad boy on my truck. And I'm excited to run that. I haven't even told the Facebook group. I haven't really put anything on Instagram yet.
Yeah.
I should have already had it, but the model I selected is just obviously the one that's like the hardest one to make. So I'm getting a 52-inch side discharge. They had a rear discharge they were trying to throw my way, and that's a stripe killer. So I'm pretty excited about that. And what's funny is that just seeing the spark and the debates and the engagement and the hatred and some positivity that this Echo battery trimmer is getting.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
what a mower's going to do.
Making videos with one of those is going to do, Yeah. I got it because I just thought from a business standpoint that if nobody else is running it, you might as well run it and show it off. And I figured that I could make some really engaging videos with it, and it would just help me grow better than, a standard gas mower. I think making videos showing what this thing can do, I think could be really big for us.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, that's exciting. Thanks for sharing that. I'm anxious to follow along and see it in the works.
I'm in Maryland, so I've told a couple other people just in private, some big, some people on Instagram with like 20,000 followers or so that are within about an hour and a half. I was like, look, man, like, come down on a Sunday. We'll play with it. We'll make a couple videos. So if anybody's in the Maryland area, I'm okay with testing her out and trying her out every once in a while because I think this thing's going to be awesome.
You'll have to go
And
up to
obviously, just like
Mulchmate and get them to make you a cart mate for it.
Well, I have a cart mate from Nick at Mulchmate, and that thing is a great product as well. I hooked that up on my Trimstar, and I got a clean out job on Friday that I'm going to be taking the cart mate, and
it's a game changer, man. Screw wheelbarrows. Never use a wheelbarrow again.
Well, for a solo guy,
yeah.
it's like a coworker. So I probably got 30 bushes to hedge up, and then doing about 10 bags of mulch, like a pretty small mulch job, but just really cleaning up this whole house. And that thing's going to be amazing. They got woods in the back. I'll just drive it right to the back and dump it.
Yep.
I've been using it personally at my house. We have 2 acres. We just moved in November, and this place was never touched in 20 years. So we're cleaning up 20 years of stuff there, but that's definitely an awesome product. And Nick is local to me. He's only about 40 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So I've been over there before. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, Nick's awesome. They have a really great product up there. He is not anywhere close to done. I know that. He's working on a lot of new things.
And and also, something to be proud of. The guy dropped like 125 pounds.
Yeah. He dropped so much weight. That was crazy.
And
just by drinking water and eating clean.
Well, so he's got me I used to drink. I literally survived for probably the last 10 years on drinking Diet Dew alone.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how Diet Dew never gave me a sponsorship, but I would literally, man, I'd only drink 6 Diet Dews in a whole day. I didn't drink anything else. Maybe a little milk.
How did you survive? That's the better question.
But I'm just saying, so when I went over there to meet with him and pick up this cart mate, we were talking, and I was like, dude, how'd you lose all this weight? And he's like, how much water do you drink? I was like, what? I was like, water.
Yeah.
So I told him that I'm drinking 6 Dews a day. He's like, that's all you're drinking. You're going to die. I was like, well, it's good stuff. So he got me on a water kick. I don't want to say I'm 100% water, but I haven't had a Diet Dew, maybe 3 in the last 5 months.
Wow.
But I'm probably 80% water. Now, I don't know what water I'm drinking because I feel puffier and bigger. And
your water's got stuff in it.
I got some protein, heavy duty iron water or something.
Yeah.
But I definitely am not drinking any sodas anymore. We don't even have sodas in my house. And another thing he does is he rides a bike, like a street pedal bike a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 or 3 different e-bikes, and come to find out, you don't really lose any weight with a battery on your bike.
Yeah, that's probably, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. So we're trying to switch that up. My son's really in the bike, and he's almost 15 and 6'2", and he's got 2 of them.
Is he playing baseball? Get him playing basketball.
No, sir. He was really good at baseball when he was 10, and he was throwing harder than everybody, just like I did growing up. And his thing was, he was like Ricky Vaughn, dude. He would strike out a kid, and then he'd hit a kid so hard in the back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So he just kind of stopped liking it and was like, hey, I just want to ride mountain bikes. And I was like, you know what? I don't care what you want to do.
Yeah, do whatever makes him happy.
But I thought bikes would be cheaper. He's got 2 $3,000 Treks that are killing me.
Holy crap.
It's definitely not any cheaper, but he's really good. He's got a big TikTok following. He does these wheelie videos, and he races mountain bikes and stuff. So
has he got more TikTok followers than you?
So what's funny, you brought that up. And the last 2 weeks, I finally beat him.
Okay, there you go. So
yep. So we just surpassed him because he's like, you're never gonna have. And what sucks is he had a couple of these videos that had 2 million views, and they took it down for safety reasons or child endangerment.
Oh my goodness!
It was a couple of his buddies that all hit this 3-foot jump, and each one of them crashed, and it was hilarious. But because they took that down, he lost a ton of stuff from it, so he would have been killing me.
Yeah, that's insane. Political correctness. Oh man. Well, man, this has been really fun. We're already at 45 minutes, and you said this is the first one. I'm not good at talking, so no, you took this thing over, man. This has been really good. So, well, where can everybody? Well, actually, I have one final question. We ask all of our guests this, and I'm actually kind of interested to see what your answer is. Yours could be unique. My last question for you is, what is your why?
What is my why? I would say right now at this,
especially now, yeah. I mean, you just go full time. This is a big one.
I have no real job right now. I have my Stripe Life lawn care that's making about maybe 2,500 a month if I can pull off this a couple other little things. But I don't want to get into like why I left the other job of so long, but the big why I would say right now is just happiness. So awesome. I want to be happy. I want my family to be happy. As you get older, you want to be there. So just simply being there. Like my dad would be at every baseball game I went to, and when my son had baseball games, I could hardly ever be there. And it was just part of the pawn shop. Like it is what it is. I made great money, but I couldn't be to a lot of things. Yeah. And I feel like getting into something else where I could have weekends off and stuff. And like when you do, like today, like I went out today, I cut 15 accounts. I made almost $800. I got home by 2:00. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not answering anybody. I don't owe anybody anything. It's tough. As you know, like lawn care is not easy.
Yeah, no, it's hard work.
But definitely the why would just be trying to find that happiness. I think I've been putting money and work in front of family for far too long. And now we're trying to get to the point where, you got to pay the bills, but you also got to be there. So as you get older, dude, and you're talking to I'm a brand whore, you could say. I've had 15 Rolexes. I've had 33 vehicles, and I'm 36 years old.
Oh my goodness!
I've had Raptors. I've had Shelbys. I've had 3 Raptors, 4 Shelbys. If I saw a car and liked it, I bought it, and that's my philosophy. I don't think I'm going to be around that long. I think I'm going to be like maybe 65 is what I've got mentally.
That's those Diet Mountain Dews.
Yeah, well, they're going to catch up for sure, but I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So I like to buy stuff, and I've slowly toned that down the last 2 years, knowing that I've been wanting to do more Stripe Life. So, got rid of debt, got rid of stuff. I went from 3 Raptors. Now I have an XL F-150. And I got to tell you, man, this little XL 150 is like my favorite truck I've ever had.
Yeah.
I got manual windows. I got to put the key in the damn door to open it.
But it's got the little things though.
Dude, it's got a 5.0 with Borlas on it. It sounds great. It gets more attention than the Raptors. I actually just pulled up next to this guy with a Raptor at this vinyl place the other day to get some logos put on the truck. And I didn't say anything to him, but when I backed in, he hated himself. He's got a $70,000 truck with a 6-cylinder in it. So, I've been there before, but there's nothing like a V8, in a truck.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely changing the game up a little bit, trying to, have a little bit more time these days.
That's cool, man. That's good stuff. Well, where can everybody find you if they do want to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook and keep up with you on all those platforms?
Yeah, so we have everything all open. We respond to most messages pretty quickly. So Instagram, shoot us a message. TikTok, we try as much. TikTok is like, I used to have messages where like they had to get approved, but it just was way too much work when you get something that would go viral. So now I just have it wide open. But TikTok is like the most assholes of any platform in the game.
Really?
But the Facebook group is Stripe Life Lawn Care, pushing 44,000 people. And what I like to say about that real quick is when I talk to people in marketing and they're like, hey, well, this guy's got 700,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm like, well, I don't really value TikTok that much. And Instagram is awesome. I think Instagram's the most fun of all the platforms. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of room for hatred and BS on Instagram. It's just liking or a simple comment.
Yeah.
But what's different about our group, and it's basically like a forum.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with a mower, we get guys all the time, no matter what brand it is, you're going to have issues. What's this? What's this part? Can somebody show me a picture of this? So different than how TikTok and Instagram work is if you have an issue, you can post that picture of your issue. And in that thread, you can have a guy making a video to show you what to do, a picture of what to do. So you can get a whole lot more done in the group than you can on TikTok or Instagram.
There's a lot of value in that group.
That's what makes it so much more valuable is that you can do so many more things in there, in a positive way and really show things off and fix problems. Where on TikTok, it's like, hey, thanks for the thing. You can't post a photo. You have to do a video follow-up or something like that, which isn't the same by any means.
Yeah, for sure. So what Stripe Life is that? What is the actual username? Do you even know?
So
search Stripe Life and it'll come up, I'm sure.
If you put Stripe Life in anything, worldwide, come up.
Yeah, there you go.
But we're our Instagram and TikTok are the same. It's at _Stripe Life. And Facebook, if you just type in Stripe Life, our store page will come up. And then also the group will come up pretty quick. And then our website is stripelifegear.com.
Yeah.
And, hats, stickers, all the fun stuff. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I really appreciate your time tonight. I know you said you did 15 today, so it was. Yeah. I know it was hot down here in Alabama. I'm sure it was just as hot up there.
My neck, I keep telling myself I'm going to put some suntan lotion on. I never do.
You got to get you a bucket hat. You got to get you one of those with the big rims on it.
We just dropped the bucket hats. I've got like 50 of them, and I never wear it.
Yeah, I see one sitting on your bear back there. You need to put that thing on your head, not on the bear's head.
That's even got it's got the neck cover too, which would have saved me today.
Yeah, you'd be in good shape.
I just forgot it. See, look, this is our little. It's like a attic.
Oh yeah, we have one like that in our house too. Those are really handy for storing stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Well, again, thank you for your time. I hope you continue to grow and find prosperity in your lawn care business as you go out on your own now and see where that takes you. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but it'll be very rewarding in the end for sure. And
I appreciate it, man. Make sure. I mean, we're going to be there at some state. I don't know where we're going to be at, but we're definitely going to be at GIE or whatever they're calling it, Equip Exposition.
Yeah.
And we're going to have something. We're probably going to have either keychains or a ton of stickers to give away. So just make sure, we'll connect by then. We'll definitely hook up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For sure. We look forward to it. It's going to be Love GIE, Equip, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be hard for me not to call it GIE, but it'll be fun to be there and can't wait to meet up with everybody when that does come. I will have a newborn then, so I don't know what my schedule will be like, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
They'll be so small they'll never remember you missed those times.
Yeah.
Leave them home.
Yeah. It depends on what the wife says, though. Leaving her home with a newborn is a little more tough. She will remember. He won't remember, but she will remember.
I'm telling you, she'll learn more stuff on her own than she will with you helping her. So it's good for her.
That is true. I better just stay out of the way. So, well, man, really, for the final time, thank you for coming on tonight. And
I appreciate it, man.
And spending some time with us. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's episode, if you got value and some entertainment out of it, would you leave us a rating and review? Those really help us and boost us in the algorithms to reach a bigger and better audience, just to continue to bring more great content to you. At least we try to, and we just want to add value anywhere we can. And so check out Stripe Life on all major platforms. Their links will be in the bio today, and really appreciate Ken coming on and spending a good night with us here tonight. So without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up, and we'll catch up with everybody here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.